walking across Christmas Light Bridge. And I think there's a train coming. Actually, I played it once, went by a little while ago. I didn't go on video. I could hear a distant horn just before I hit the record button. The city of Mount Hope decorates for Christmas night. Really nice every year. This is actually the former fire department for Mount Hope. Sometime in the 80s, they built the new current one over that way. I think it's the early 80s. The one over there was just the current fire department. Yep. I can hear the train. Oh. All the street light poles are covered with Christmas lights. I can definitely hear the train in the distance, but I'm probably not going to wait on to get here because I'll stop and sit there forever doing the flips and moves. And it's dark and getting cold. I just want to do a nice walk through town after work just to see the Christmas lights. 2 years in a row I waited on the snow real good so I could actually get them in the snow. And 2 years in a row we didn't get a good snow until after Christmas. Well, actually last year I think it snowed on Christmas Eve. But it's just too cold to go out and film that day. I tried to wait on the snow, the car for snow next week or so we might actually get some snow. Because the call for snow Sunday, Monday, I think again next weekend too. Can I see two poles with the lights not even on? Whoa. Christmas tree on top of the thing. Yeah, Christmas tree inside the building too. I love how they have the American flag decoration up there. And there's Santa Claus. Okay, there's nobody coming right now. Yeah, somebody told me a while back in the day, probably way before my time, they used to run Christmas lights, strings of Christmas lights across the poles. So they would literally run them back and forth at an angle. So you'd go through town and the Christmas lights would go back and forth. I actually seen something like that. Somewhere in, well, I think I was in Kentucky. I tried to film that and, well, make a long story short, the full video didn't turn out. I got like 4 seconds of video. They can't run from pole to pole at an angle like that now because the tractor trailers and large vehicles would come through and catch the lights and pretty much rip them down. Of course, back in the 1950s when they done that, you didn't have a lot of vehicles like large vehicles like you have now. Oh, low. Yeah, people had cars and trucks, but there wasn't a lot of huge tractor trailers, like over 12 feet tall, between 10 and 12 feet tall going down the road. Okay, I'll go ahead and keep filming. That'd be a nice walk through town, just so how beautiful it is, all the Christmas lights. I'll probably skip this stretch filming because there's not a lot of lights to film in this stretch. Walk along Main Street. Now it looks almost like a palm tree, but it's not a palm tree. So what type of tree that is? I know palm trees don't grow around here. I think it has something to do with the type of lights that's on there that makes it look that way. Alley. Okay. Don't trip and fall, I ain't careful. It's like a running tree limb on the sidewalk. 2 random penguins. Well, that's type of tree that is. I just think it's funny what it looks like when the Christmas lights on there. It only looks that way when those lights on there every year. That the lady that lives in the house decorates that tree, and it literally resembles a palm tree. Pointing out from the distance. There's Santa's sleigh and there's Rudolph on the lead. Well, actually, no, Rudolph ain't on the lead. He's actually not attached to the sleigh. He's just there. That's the main scene. If it weren't for the fact it was dark and getting cold, I would actually probably walk down to Virginia Street and wait on that train down there and film from a different location. Or I'd go upstate. Actually, I'll probably go upstate and drive and film the Switzer Moose. Because the problem is I can't film the Switzer Moose. Where they hook all the cars together in the rail yard and make one long train go down the main. It's too dark to see. Huh. Let's see. Oh, those lights on. Yeah. This is my luck. This one really beautiful house up here, the light looks like the lights ain't even on. The night I decided to walk down here and do this. Oh yeah, they are on, never mind. Couldn't see it through the trees and bushes and thought they weren't on because they're on every night. And I'm thinking to myself, the night I decided to walk through town to film the Christmas lights, they're not on. No more waiting and hoping it snows to film this. Maybe I'll do a driving video in the snow with the Christmas lights. Joy and Santa. Yeah. You say, well, joy, then you see Santa. It's actually a song called Joy to the World. It's a wonderful song. I don't think Joy to the World was written to be a Christmas song, but around here everybody considers it a Christmas song. Head up the hill and go home now. Mainly because the longer I'm out here, the colder it gets. I think it's supposed to get down to around low 30s tonight. Last night it got down to 24 degrees. I'm gonna stop around Newmarket for a minute real quick.